ground and everything's fine. Yes, you're all good? Okay, good. Well, we can continue to receive very good news as far as Debbie is concerned. I'm sure you have all reported by this point that she's been downgraded to a tropical storm. Our local impacts, looks like the worst of it for us is gonna be over the next 12 to 18 hours. We're gonna continue to see those rain bands coming in and the winds gusting to 35, 45 miles per hour. We're continuing obviously to monitor the storm very closely, but want to remind everybody once again, I know it's common sense, but everybody convinces themselves they're the ones that can go out and drive in it, it's all good. But if there's a lot of water on the road, please just stay off the roads if you can. There's no reason to drive in it if you don't have to, because that can cause you some problems if you end up driving into deep water. So, one beach's update for you. Jacksonville Beach just told us they are canceling their city council meeting for tonight, as is Neptune Beach. And that includes budget committee meetings this afternoon for Jacksonville Beach. So if you're planning to go out to any of those things, those are canceled for today. They'll provide updates when those things are rescheduled. But with conditions starting to improve tomorrow, the city is going to have everybody come back to work. We will be lifting the emergency order at some point tomorrow as well, unless we are very surprised by something that happens overnight. But we're also coordinating with our constitutional officers and our agency partners to communicate with their teams as far as all that is concerned. But again, we do continue to expect rain, and that rain will be heavy in periods between now and midnight and some overnight and into the early morning. So we're not done with this yet. The ground is saturated and there may be some isolated, tornadoes, there may be some isolated issues, but all in all, we're moving in the right direction. It's gonna be business as usual for the city tomorrow. That includes our trash pickup, which continued today and will continue tomorrow. The bulk of our calls to 630 City have been about trash pickup, and all that is going to happen normally, again, unless something really surprising happens, but that's the plan. We do still have 3 shelters open: the Legend Center, the Landmark Middle School, and La Villa School of the Arts. Those will probably stay open through sometime tomorrow. We haven't determined an exact time yet, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know on that. JTA bus service proceeding today, as long as it's safe to do so. Skyway is closed, however, and the ferry just shut down per Coast Guard orders, so you can't use the ferry for the rest of the afternoon. Connection and Connection Plus and Clay paratransit services are only providing life-sustaining trips today. And the one other thing I wanted to tell you, just for your information, because I think this is great, you can always go to jacksready.com/Debbie to get information. But we've had more than 20,000 new subscribers to Jack's Ready app since we started this storm. It's a great place to go for constantly updated information on what's happening with closures and anything else. So it's great to see people availing themselves of that resource. And at this point, I will turn things over to Scott at the National Weather Service. Scott, you may use my box.
Thank you. Thank you, Major Deegan. I don't think I'll need the box right now. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Cordero with the National Weather Service. I'm the meteorologist in charge over there. From now until about sunset is when we're going to receive the bulk of our thunderstorm activity that can produce winds between 45 and 55 miles an hour. Otherwise, generally winds will be about 20 to 30 miles an hour, and with some higher gusts, particularly around 45 along the intercoastal way, the St. Johns River and near the beaches. It looks like drier air is starting to work in across central Florida, and for Duval County in particular, as moisture consolidates around Tropical Storm Debby as it makes its track from the Swanee Valley into southeast Georgia, moisture will be starting to consolidate around that particular area. For southeast Georgia, we still have some concerns, but our concerns are conditions will be diminishing to favorable conditions across here in Duval County, starting tomorrow, especially as the day progresses. We're not out of the woods yet for today. We still may have some additional rain banding and maybe some isolated strong storms where it can produce winds of 45 to 55 miles an hour with individual thunderstorms as well as localized flooding. And after sunset today, that convection or thunderstorms should be dissipating with still some lingering showers and heavy showers around the area. With that said, I'm gonna pass it along back here to Mayor Deegan.
Where shall we go next? No, okay, we're open to questions then. If anybody has questions, feel free.
Mayor, with any possible winds coming, like this gentleman said, and like you said as well, is there any chance that bridges could be shut down at some point?
Well, normally the threshold for bridges is sustained to 40, but obviously that's always a judgment call from police officers if they think that something's happening that causes that to happen on a spot basis, but we don't see anything on the horizon that would cause the bridges to be shut down on any sort of long-term basis beyond what might happen in individual instances, so I don't think that's a real concern.
Mayor Deegan, how many people are utilizing the shelters? Are there anywhere near capacity right now?
We've got just about a couple hundred overall of the shelters right now, so not at capacity, but they certainly have been used. Okay, all good. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time.